Hi, I'm Carol, and I think Christmas is the best time of year, which makes me want to sing a song. Christmas, it's Christmas, it's Christmas, it's almost Christmas time. I love decorating my tree. My favorite thing about Christmas is Jesus. We can't have Christmas without him. Did you know Jesus had earthly ancestors? An ancestor is a family member who was around a long time before you. And that's why I have this tree too. It's a family tree, and each ornament is about Jesus' family members. Jesus' ancestors were part of God's special people called the Israelites, and there were a lot of them. If we look in the first book of the Bible called Genesis, we can see how Jesus' family goes all the way back to a man named Abram and his wife, Sarai. Abram and Sarai lived in a land called Haran. One day, God promised to give Abram a new land to live in, and so many kids and grandkids that they would become a whole nation. This was hard for Abram to believe because he and Sarai were already too old to have kids. But Abram chose to trust God. So he and Sarai went on a journey to the new land God had promised them. Their trip lasted many years, and as they traveled, God blessed them by rescuing them from dangers and by giving them many possessions. Possessions are things that belong to you, like Christmas presents. God took care of them, but he hadn't given them any children yet. One day, he took Abram outside his tent and told him, "Look up at the sky. Count the stars if you can. That's how many children will be born into your family." God promised to bless the whole world through this family. This was a great reminder that God always keeps his promises in his own perfect way. When Abram was 99 years old and Sarai was almost 90, God gave them new names: Abraham and Sarah. These names meant that they would be the father and mother of whole nations. And from these nations, their family, kings would be born. Dun, 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 dun. He also promised them they would have a son the next year. And they did. His name was Isaac. God's promise of a child came true. And Isaac grew up and had his own kids and grandkids. His grandkids would lead the Israelites, who were divided into 12 tribes or groups. The rest of God's promise to Abraham and Sarah was coming true. One of the 12 tribes was the tribe of Judah. This one was extra special because Jesus would be born from it to save everyone from sin. Abraham and Sarah thought they were too old. God's promise to give them children seemed silly. But God kept his promises, and a great nation was born from Abraham and Sarah. And God gave us all the greatest blessing ever through their family when he sent Jesus. I'm so glad God keeps his promises. Bye, everyone. See you next time.